Hello guys, welcome to another episode. In this video, we're gonna make a medium-sized vinyl decal. But before we get started, I wanna answer a few questions that someone left in one of the most recent videos. They were asking about how we make sales. This is not the very first time that we talk about this. Most of you already know that the main source for us of traffic or customers is through Facebook. I don't really wanna get too much into details since we have videos about this. But one thing I can tell you though, if you're gonna be advertising on local groups, do at least 3 times a day. One early in the morning before they go to work, second around noon when they go to lunch, and the last one or at nighttime when they get off work. I think those are the main times that you should be advertising your services on Facebook. And the other one, make sure that you print yourself some business cards. These are not ours. This is just to give you an idea. And every time you go out, if you are like us, you know, we go out to eat very often. We always make sure to bring business cards. No matter where you go, keep your business cards handy. You never know when you're gonna need them. And the project that we gotta work on today, the business owner, she knows that we do vinyl decals, t-shirts. And here's another example. There's another place that we go very often. We handed out our business cards and that's how we made this sale. But now let's move on to the project. I'm gonna move this out of the way. The first thing I need to do, I'm gonna tell you the equipment that we're gonna use is the Graphic CE 6060. The vinyl is the Oracle 651, and the type of transfer that I'm going to be using, the Conform series. I'm also going to apply the transfer on the decal using the application rollers, and I'm going to place the vinyl, but before I do, I want to show you the alignments. That's how we get an idea if the vinyl is aligned or not. This is a medium-sized project, not too big, but I'm using actually the one on this side. That's why it's a little bit off on the other side, but I mean it's still aligned. Now I'm gonna send it and just pay attention to the movement of the vinyl. Now here we have the design. We actually send the customer 2 different samples. The one on the left is the one that we are going to make. Now what I need to do, I'm gonna go ahead and send that to Cutting Master 3. By the way, we are using CorelDRAW X6. Usually we add the weeding boxes manually using CorelDRAW, but I want to show you real fast how to do it using Cutting Master 3. Here we have different options, and go to the second icon from on the top from left to right, A and B, and then show with border. You will see the little blue thin line, and then from there go to horizontal, and then I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of padding. That is the distance in between the width boxes. And now let's go to the settings. The settings are going to be offset 0, speed 31, acceleration 1, and cut force is going to be 14. And I think we're good to go. Now, something I want to talk about is the type of transfer that we're going to use. Usually, I prefer to use this type of transfer whenever we apply decals on windows or glass. Just in case we need to do a wet application, that is the reason why I rather use this. I think our vinyl cutter is finished. Now I'm gonna go ahead and weed it out, but I need to move this out of the way. I'm gonna start by getting rid of the weed box. If you guys look at this design, it's all one color. That's one of the reasons, or one of the best ways to make it affordable. I mean, if you're using a vinyl cutter, because if you got a printer, you don't have to worry too much about using different colors, but this is how we try to keep it affordable. And then now I'm gonna do the letters, like the inside of them. I secure the decal to the table using the tape, and then I'm gonna place the transfer on the rollers. Remember that if you want to support this channel, of course, first of all, make sure you give us a like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and also you can get your materials and tools like the tape application rollers. We're gonna have the links in the description, or you can go to the website www.rdidecals.com. And now I'm gonna try to place it in the center, and then I'm gonna prepared my scissors, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull. I can still move it a little bit if I need to realign it, but remember that the more you use the application rollers, the better you're gonna get at it. See, everything went smooth, didn't mess it up. Something that I noticed about this transfer is that it is perfect for this type of projects, especially if you're going to be applying the transfer yourself. The only downside is that this transfer is not 100% clear. So if you're going to be aligning vinyl, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. Not impossible. We have done it in the past. I think we're going to have to remove just a few decals from the door, which is not a big deal. We're going to take goof off and all the extra tools to make sure to remove everything. We're here at the place. This is all we gotta do. We just have to remove these letters. We brought the tool bag with us. We have all the weeders and stuff. We're about to find out if it's gonna be easy or hard to remove them. Not too bad, I think. Looks like we're finished removing all the letters. Now the next step is to apply enough goof off, and let me get up close so you guys can see it in action. There's lots of residue. It's gonna take a few sprays. We're finished removing all the adhesive. The next step is to clean the surface using the Rapid Tag solution. I'm gonna use the cutting knife to cut half of the backing paper, and then I'm gonna do a dry application. Of course, I'm gonna use the squeegee. Now I'm gonna place that up here just to hold it, and then I'm gonna use that cutting knife. Now I'm going to remove the transfer very carefully. I'm using a high tag. As you can see, the logo is a little bit smaller, but that was on purpose. Even though it looks like a very small project, but now we're going to do something else, and this is going to be a lot bigger than this project. This is why you shouldn't underestimate small projects. A small cell can lead you to a bigger cell, and that's what we're going to do. Right now, we're going to measure the windows. We're going to replace the address, and then we will also replace the decals here, breakfast, lunch, and then the carry out. This is how we get an estimate. First of all, we're going to measure the window, like the width. And what is it?
67.5.
67.5. And then after that, yeah, this is the main window, the one that's going to have the address. We're going to take a picture of it, and then in the software we're going to adjust the measurement that we just told you, and then we're going to bring the information that we want to place on the window and readjust it, and that will give us a better idea of how big the letters are going to be and how much material we're going to use, and of course how much we are going to charge. All right guys, so this is it for today's video. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. Remember that if you want to support us additionally, we have memberships available. Just go to the join button to see all the options available. If you want to be able to use the decal calculator, the sign frame, and other amazing tools, make sure to select or pay attention to every single membership as they offer different perks. As always, thank you and see you until the next one.